Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokémon Colosseum. In the last episode, we got our adventure started, got here to Fennec City, and we learned about a peculiar Pokémon that would attack people. Before we can get more information on that though, the mayor of Fennec City told us we should go check out the Pokémon Stadium and challenge it. Alright, so how about we do that right here? What do you got? You are a Purpuraroon. That's Jigglypuff's Japanese name is Purrance, that's why it's peculiarly talking like that. Hi, did you know? Did I know? They say that Team Snag'em's hideout was blown up. Who could have done such a thing? What happens if you say the other thing? Did I know? Yes. Isn't it amazing? I love that guy. He looks like... Dude, that guy is such a hipster. Just from looking at him, you can tell. But anyway, you go into this really cool-looking stadium. And check it out. What do we got? Is the city stadium amazing? Oh, I wish I could battle a stadium as fabulous as this one. I know, it's just positively fabulous. Let's enter. Welcome to the Fennec Stadium. This is where we register trainers for challenges. However, the current challenge is already started, so we are no longer accepting trainers for this challenge. Please come back and enter the next challenge. Alright, well, so to speak, we've missed the boat. Haha! Always gotta make water puns. Anyway, though, we got some Pokemon on these posters on the walls, but how about we head out? Oh my god! Bald people! Hey Wes, we finally found you filthy double-crossing traitor. Reckon the hideout wasn't good enough for you, so you rip off the Snag Machine? You got some nerve. Who are these people? Are they Team Snag'em? And what do they mean by a traitor? Wes, you mean... That's right, pretty lady. He's from Team Snag'em, just like us. But he's no ordinary member. He's a snagger. He's the best in Team Snag'em at snagging Pokemon without fail. No way, is this true, Wes? Okay, I like what happens when you say no here, actually. Oh, you gritted your teeth, didn't you? Didn't you? Then it must be true. That's a little shocking. Hey, Wes, come on, hand it over. Give back the Snag Machine you ripped off from the hideout. Snag Machine, Wes, you mean you... Do you really have something like that? Snag Machine's built for trainers. When he puts on the Snag Machine on their Pokeballs... When a trainer puts on the Snag Machine, their Pokeballs are converted. Ordinary Pokeballs are turned into Snag Balls, and they can steal Pokemon from their trainers in battle. Hey, you blabbermouth, keep that stuff secret! I get it, Wes. This is why these creeps are chasing after you. Creeps? What do you mean by creeps? God's getting us nowhere. If you won't give it up willingly, then we'll just take it by force. So you notice they had symbols on their back, which is the Japanese name of Team Snag'em, which is kind of nice, though. But anyway, we got Team Snag'em waking. Gonna be waking up from that dream that you could ever beat me after I'm done with you. Okay, it's best I had. I know, it's tough to work with some of these really stupid names. But anyway, so now that we're in a bit more of a double battle where we're not just fighting normal types all the time, how about I actually get a bit more into the mechanics of them for those who might understand. I'm gonna go ahead and use, well, let's see, we got Secret Power, which will differ depending on where we are. We have Snatch, which can steal opponents' items temporarily, at least until the end of a battle. And then we got Taunt, which will force enemies into only using attacks that do damage. That's kind of nice, but how about we check out Secret Power and see what it does on that Corphish over there. And of course, Poison types are weak to Psychic. Why that is, I have no idea. Probably just because the brain controls the immune system or something. We're going to use Confusion on Coughing over there. Now, I didn't actually use Reflect right there, but that's actually kind of a nice attack in Colosseum. You have the ability to, when you use Reflect in a double battle, it will raise the defense of both Pokemon on your side. So that is actually quite nice. So Espeon's a pretty good supporter in that respect because it starts with them. And a lot of the time in Pokemon games, I tend to not get Pokemon that have Reflect or Light Screen on them just because they tend to not be Pokemon that get those moves leveling up tend to not be Pokemon that I generally go for. So it's nice having one from the start here because I generally don't get to use those moves. But anyway, let's go ahead and finish off Corphish. And like I said, I think after a couple battles with this Umbreon, you're kind of getting what I mean by it having nothing better to do than use Bite every turn, so for that reason, I might be replacing Umbreon on my team. I might not stick with it much past the beginning, because I've played through this game several times, and really all it does is Bite every turn because there's nothing better to do. There are better moves that you can teach it, like I said, I'm not going to deny that. Anyway, no, I'm not good enough! But I just don't find Umbreon quite as useful as Espeon in this game just because of limited moves and limited TMs. Blast you, Wes! Don't think this is over! We're gonna get that Snag Machine back, just you wait! And they just drunkily walk off. Well, what do you know, Wes? You're from Team Snag'em. Alright, to be accurate, I should say former Team Snag'em. It's okay, Wes. It doesn't matter to me who you are. After all, you're my gallant prince. I prefer Knight in Shining Armor, thank you very much, who rescued me when I was in trouble. So it doesn't matter. Besides, I thought Besides, I thought of something after listening to those creeps. Listen, Wes, we should go shopping for some Pokeballs. Ooh, Rui has got an idea. She wants to become an independent criminal syndicate that steals Pokemon. I'm onto your plan, Rui. You don't have to tell me twice. Anyway, though, that does give us a reason to actually head to the Pokemon Mart here in town, which is a place we actually haven't been to already. So, let's head in here. I like this guy right here. If you're into traveling, you should stock up on supplies at the shop here. I recommend it. After all, it's my well, anyway, that shop has the best reputation around these parts. Kind of a little bit of RPG wit about how he's kind of forever bound to walking around this store. What do you got over here? And oh my god, your feet are huge! I don't have a Pokemon on my own yet, but I come here every day. They have all sorts of Pokemon merchandise here. It's fun just to look whatever, she said. What do you got over here? Your dress is massive. Huh? Pokeballs? Come to think of it, I haven't seen any being sold in this town. Oh wait, I think I heard of someone saying to sell Pokeballs at the outskirts stand. It's east from here. Fanac, it's modeled after a locomotive. So I have trouble finding it even, I think. I like how I almost said molded from a locomotive. What do you gotta say, kid? You're at a vending machine. Japanese vending machines beat us. Boo, I keep getting figures I don't want. Darn. That's the one I want under that capsule. Japanese vending machine problems. Anyway, though, how about we check out and see what the store's got for us? Because there should be some interesting stuff. Just going through the items very quick for people who don't play Pokemon generally. This restores 20 HP, that restores 50 HP, that heals Pokemon from poison, heals from burn, heals from freezing. Awakening is completely useless in this game. Sleep is not a problem at all. There was a command in battle you saw that was called Call. That actually will always wake a Pokemon from sleep in the middle of battle. I suppose you can use Awakenings to wake Pokemon up outside of battle, but I don't really find it that useful. Plus, on top of that, you can see right there that I'm currently holding 2 Awakenings. They start you off with 2 of them, and frankly, those 2 last me for the entire game. There's never a time when I don't have something that can heal it between battles. Paralyzed Heal has paralysis, and Full Heal will heal anything. So, those are kind of just your basic items. Nothing too special there. I try to go through them as quick as possible and explain why you shouldn't buy Awakenings. What do we got up here on the top floor? I believe you can also buy stuff up here. And this guy's just basically explaining everything I just explained. Shut up, kid. I explain stuff faster than you appear in the game, which is really fast. Right here we have some battle items. Guard Spec prevents your stats from being used in battle if used on a Pokemon. That takes up a turn, however, but I do find these items to be more usable in Colosseum than others because, remember, it's a double battle, meaning you do get a turn to use an item, and then you'd also get a turn to attack. Dire Hit raises your critical hit ratio. X Attack raises your attack for the rest of the battle. Defense raises your defense. Should be pretty obvious here. Only thing that's different is that special is special attack. And there isn't an item for special defend, at least not yet. That's really all I have to say about that. So now that we're kind of through the basics, you kind of could have skipped through that if you have already played Pokemon games before, but yeah, I just wanted to get through that as quick as possible for people who actually haven't. Anyway, though, let's head out to Outskirt Stand, and I'm just going to say this right now. Espeon and Umbreon really, really hate Rui. You want to know why? They can't ride Shotgun anymore! I bet they're kind of like, why can't we just stuff the girl into a Pokeball? We liked riding Shotgun back before she joined. Yeah, I don't know. I like how that sign actually isn't held on by anything. There's like a imaginary string there, but when you're viewing it in high res, you can see there's actually nothing there. Anyway, let's talk to the guy with the biggest feet in the world again. Listen, pal, if you tend to traveling, so you might want to stock supplies here. Hi, can I ask something? Do you sell any Pokeballs? Pokeballs. Say there's no call for these things around these parts. Where'd I put them now? Remember, where we are is a desert region. This is the region of Ore. Desert, big, vast desert. No wild Pokemon here whatsoever. So, not a call for Pokeballs here. We got 5 Pokeballs for free, and he's going to put them on sale from now on. Personally, I don't even bother with Pokeballs in this game. I personally buy as many Great Balls as I can right from the start. You can buy Pokeballs if you want, but I don't find it useful. I just always buy as many Great Balls as I possibly can. I just find that to be the most helpful thing you can do, because Great Balls have 1.5 times the success rate of catching a Pokemon that a Pokeball has, and if they're available from the start, even though they cost 3 times as much money, I just find it a nice time saver to do that. Plus, money is very plentiful in Colosseum. You're never going to not have enough money to buy Great Balls, so trust me on this. Anyway, though, we head back into Fanac City, because there's no other logical place to go. What are we going to do, walk around the gas station outside of Outskirt Stand for a while? No, I don't think so. Even though gasoline smells really good and I probably shouldn't be smelling it. Oh, you too! Something terrible's happened. A whole lot of scary men came here. I think I even saw those creeps that took off in the truck earlier. Where are they? Where are they? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Okay, she's not going to tell us. So, I guess that means we're going to talk to this guy. Hey, you two, serious trouble. Those thugs came back with help. I think they went off towards what we call the pre-gym. That's actually not where they are, but how about we talk to this boy right over here? I saw a bunch of scary-looking people going towards the mayor's house. So third time is the charm. Only 1 out of 3 NPCs actually has useful information. Remember the name Justy also for later. He just mentioned a guy named Justy. He'll be important a bit later. So right here, we're healed up. How about we head inside and meet my favorite character in Pokemon Colosseum. Dat Afro. Master Mirror B, it's him! It's him! He's the one that took the girl from us! Oh, now aren't you boys frightfully pathetic? You mean to tell me you were bested by these darling infants? Darling, did you say your name was Wes or something? I so don't like saying this, but we're not at liberty to keep your lady friend at liberty! He's very patriotic. He talks about Lady Liberty. That sweet young thing, she can say things that ordinary people aren't supposed to say. That just will not do for what we are planning to do. No, it just won't do at all. If you don't like pain, like most people, you can avoid the pain by keeping your nose out of places it needn't be. Boys, oh boys! Yes. Sorry, I got too into it. Yes, yes we will. Boys, I shall make my return to Pie right now. Do remember that I will be waiting for you to return with the little lady. Am I make myself clear? I won't expect failure from you again, boys. Whoa! Let the music spin. Let's get it on. In bed. I don't know, this music's kind of erotic. And now you can never unhear it. I'm so sorry. You! No you. That's the last time you caught me off guard. That's not gonna happen again. Alright, so now we're gonna be fighting Folly once more. We got Mirror B Peon. I know it's only spelled with 1 R, which is kind of odd though, but yeah. He has been jazzing his team up a little bit. He's not just 2 Whismers anymore, now he's a Whismer and a Lotad. Lotad's actually kind of interesting. I like it quite a bit. I used it in my Emerald Let's Play. Now, what you're probably thinking right here is that we should try catching them, right? Well, if we are to do that, that Pokemon doesn't have a black aura. So we actually cannot actually catch Pokemon just willy-nilly in any old trainer battle. Even though we have a device for stealing Pokemon from trainers, we actually cannot do that. So that's actually not quite what you're going to do in this game. Our method of obtaining Pokemon will become apparent soon. Like I said, no wild Pokemon in Colosseum. So we're going to be getting into that in a bit, though. But for the time being, we're just going to kick this guy's butt because there's really nothing else that we can do here. I mean, we use Confusion, we use Bite, nothing else. Plus, thing is, using Bite every turn wouldn't be so bad if it just wasn't such a bad move, because the only Dark-type move that Umbreon gets leveling up, except for Bite, is Feint Attack, and that has the same exact power as Bite, and Bite already, like, never kills stuff in 1 hit, so that's kind of my reasoning behind not liking Umbreon in this game quite as much as I do. It's not a bad Pokemon, like I said, it will stand up to hits quite nicely, it's just depending if you really want that or not. Anyway. Ah, blasted, I got tripped up again. So we take care of him, we take his money, and what do we got? My turn now. I'm not going to end up like Folly. You're not going to end up follying, you're going to end up trudelying, whatever that means. Anyway, so here we go. He's going to send out Duskull and Spinarak, and I'm about to eat my words because I think that Umbreon might actually be able to take out Duskull here. Duskull's a bit defensive though, so who knows. Just so you know, the reason why I'm not going over every individual Pokemon that pops up is because, like I showed in the last battle, you can't catch every Pokemon you come across. It will not allow you to just steal any trainer's it will not allow you to just do anything in a trainer battle. There's only specific Pokemon that you can catch, and I'll only be going over ones that you yourself can obtain, because I think that's more what's important. I mean, I might talk about your opponent's Pokemon, especially in boss battles, but I don't think it's important to give everything a bio if you can't even catch them in the game. Anyway, though, this Makuhita. Wes, it's that one. That Pokemon. Those jerks catch me because I saw that Pokemon. I could see a black aura coming over. They must have done something to that Pokemon. Wes, be careful. This Pokemon isn't afraid to attack people. I know, Wes. I hate to say this, but there's no other choice. Get that Pokemon back from the bad guys. Please, you have to. You can. Actually, only you can do it. So, that is the main mechanic of Pokemon Colosseum. Instead of going out in tall grass and finding wild Pokemon, your main method of obtaining them is actually taking them back from the bad guys and stealing them in trainer battles. Yeah, very, very different. I'm actually going to try to throw a Pokeball at it at full health and see how I do, actually. I highly doubt it's going to work. But anyway, Makuhita, I should explain. Its best stat is HP, unlike most fighting-type Pokemon. And this is also why I'm showing you the moveset ahead of capturing it, is so that you can know what moves a Pokemon is going to have before you get it. It has a very nice move called Cross Chop that is really, really powerful. I caught it already. That's really powerful this early on. However, it's not going to be open to you right away. I'll get into exactly what I mean in a minute, though. If you want something that can take hits, I guess, it's kind of helpful, though. But if you are to catch this, hopefully you get Guts for the ability and not Thick Fat. That's more helpful to two. I do want to warn you, however, even though this Makuhita is level 30 and it would normally evolve, you are incapable of making it level up right away. So if you're trying to get it because you think that, oh my god, I can have this awesome super evolved Pokemon so early in the game, don't get Makuhita for that, because it is not capable of leveling up right away. I'll go into what that means in just a moment. Just bear with me a bit. Darn it, you're good. You snagged my Pokemon. What are you saying? You're not supposed to be impressed. Oh man, what are we supposed to do? We got flattened again. Mirab's gonna chew us out. What do we do? What is there to do? Run away! Sounds like a good plan. You did it, Wes. You snagged that Pokemon from that goon. I snagged it from something awful? Let's get them back from all the bad guys. Okay. So, this Makuhita, as you'll see, has a black aura around it. Its status icon does that. Healing it at a Pokemon Center won't do anything. And hey, I got Guts for my ability. You can see it has a heart gauge. Something was done to this Pokemon to basically turn it into a fighting machine and shut off the door to its heart. When it is like this, it only has one attack, Shadow Rush. It's typeless, it has 90 power, and it hits you with recoil. It's kind of nice, though, because nothing resists this attack, but at the same time, it is not effective on any type of Pokemon. So, snagging Pokemon is going to get you Pokemon like this. As you lower that gauge, this Pokemon's moves will be revealed to you. You'll also notice at the bottom of the screen, it has a question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, nature. Natures determine what the Pokemon stats are and how they grow. That is not revealed to you right away. So that is mainly how these Pokemon with black auras are. Makuhita, of course, being the first one you could snag. I don't think I'm going to be keeping it on my team, but hey. Anyway, though. Now that we have got our first Pokemon with a black aura, and we were able to get it back from the bad guys, I say we end this off here. Next time on Pokémon Colosseum, we're going to be going around Fenac City and test driving. Well, I won't spoil it. See you guys then.